2024, we get into a bag, man. My mindset done elevated. Check it out, look. Hey. Sold on my Troy, I've been thinking about my mom. Honestly, I'm still fucked up about rock. Got me thinking about my dad. I ain't haven't been the past. Life been moving fast and it don't ever go as planned. That's why I'm hella proud to me pick that camera up. I remember my first, he picked the hammer up. Cause then I'm praying for you every single day. Every time we talk on FaceTime, I see my uncle Fake. Then I start thinking about Don. He could keep on going on. I let too many people try to fit him in one song. If you with me, then you with me, and I hope you sing along. 20K on taxes, Burberry in my glasses. I look like stuffing money in a wrong slide to the bank. This brand all legal. 100K up, not at all. We ain't equal. Used to see the fucking views, scenery immaculate. I'm stacking at 24. Said I'm done with this rapping shit. 25, just checked 25 last month. I didn't think I'd pick his fucking mic back up. Wow, 35th to 19, my boy, where that cash at? Bitch in my cash app. Talking about a repost. I got hella cheat codes. Gotta be my people. I was peeping through that people just I see the other side. What I'm about to tell you, dog, it really blew my mind. Think about it, brother, before you try to say I'm lying. I was only planning 10, but I passed that. It's past 10. When you get money, you don't care about advantage. I can't rub a past kid, make paper back, flip it to bank like an addict. I have it. I ain't running out. I'm the type of motherfucker to keep spending in the drought, dog. I got it figured out. Hey, keep going, dog. Keep doing what you trying to do. It took 3 years for me to make 20 bands off the dogs. You feel me? It took 3 years. It took me three seasons of Storage Wars to finally tell my girl, hey, get up, we gonna go get a unit. We made more than I ever did at work. You know what I mean? And guess what? I got let go this year. It don't even matter. I made it happen. 2024, I lost my job. Boo. It don't really matter though. Last year I learned voodoo. Long live Raj. I miss you. I'm still addicted. Only difference is I am no longer a victim. 100 grand, I predicted and I did it. And you know what that means. Now I'm focused on the million every day. I thank God just because we live it. To all my little brothers, you got it. Just stay committed. And all I need is Kevin Dunn. That's 100. Yup. Just they the ones who had me when I had nothing. Yup. They the ones who held it down. And now I'm son. Yup. So who you think I'm putting on? Like, come on, what is it? About them all, they don't even know. This ain't nothing like Joel that you heard me before. This is everything I prayed for. Why you think I'm ready to finally jump to the other side of that table? I'm heading down, bitch now, yeah, we all. My bitch got the fist now, yeah, she dogged up. Ben had the fish kill, you niggas all cut. I've been past the 100, hope you niggas keep up. And I ain't slowing down, y'all ain't messing with me. When a nigga had less, y'all wasn't checking on me. And I still cut a deal if you talking about three. And I still cut that deal if you talking about three.
Dang, you know what's crazy to think, CJ?
What's good? What's good? I'm thinking.
It's crazy because pretty soon here they're gonna see the prices rise to that TSQ trading plan.
Right here. TSQ.
The price is gonna go through that motherfucker.
They'll see it right here. Look at that.
All those, that's just gonna be down here like a Bible, nigga. In the future, that's just gonna be like those are gonna be all the major key levels. Watch
Bah, 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 bah,
everyone.
bah, 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 bah. Look, they're all actually on key levels right now. Look, boom, right there. I'm gonna start one more song and then I got y'all. We're gonna get started. I gotta play my favorite one.
That's right.
And with your shop.
Puppies and Bones.
Hey. 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 Look. I gotta thank God without, bro, I wouldn't be. I started with a half, now I keep a couple pieces. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Money don't grow on trees, but trust I keep a forest. And I grew up the forest, dogs, but what's your excuse? I flip bags out the sugar in my daily commute. The south side to the east, dog, the north side to the west. If I make it back from Cali, thank God, cause I'm blessed. And I never got caught. Dog, I never broke laws. I put balls on motherfuckers just for running their jaws. Like what you heard about me? Well, you gonna see. I don't play with disrespect, dog. Nah, me. I'm from California, hey. At the end of the day, where we flip bags, bang rags, fuck minimum wage. Bro, I grew up a bastard. It's only right. I'm a rapper. Was always good with mathematics. That's only right. I out traffic. I flip work. I broke hearts. I made it out the slums. I'm from a city now where you gotta keep guns. That's Phoenix, dog. The meanest weapon hotter than the sun. And I ain't the only one, dog. We all got clips, but my clip don't jam. This that Russian stick. AK-47 just to rush a bitch. I got bitches for sale. I ain't talking about hoes. I made my first 10 grand off some tuckies and bums, niggas. On some cubbies and bones, I have my little nigga coming up your house with some bowls. Pull up with the members and you know it's the goal. You better not play with big bros. Have niggas right at your throat. She keeps talking about her nigga, but she know he a hoe. One false move and you know we on froze. Raised not to fold. No, this ain't nothing I chose. AK with the stick and it came from Big Bro. We get it in by the low. Yeah, that's all that we know. I gotta do whatever it takes to get my mama home. Yeah, my mama home. I gotta do whatever it takes to get my mama home.
All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in, man. It's your boy Suave Flex. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my camera. Everybody's in here. We got fucking Gustavo, Sam, Ricardo, iPhone. I think that's Danny. We got Joe. We got Jaime, Edgar. Let's get it. Admins in here. All right, all right. Let's get it. Start this TSQ, baby. What's going on? It's your boy Suave Flex, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in because y'all could literally be doing anything right now, and it's Sunday. I think the Suns are playing the Lakers still, and I think the Cowboys are playing the Vikings. All right. So things are going on right now, and look what we're doing. We're talking about market movement, we're talking about market structure, we're trying to see what exactly is going on inside of gold because that's all we talk about here, okay, at the Splash Bros. We don't talk about anything else, but I want to be clear right here, okay? Orange lines. I'm gonna take these indicators away right quick. Oops, wrong one. All right, that way it's a little bit more clear. I actually marked this up. I already knew 4250 was going to be that break and close above. Literally broke, tested, then broke. That was all day yesterday. All day Friday, where you just seen that Friday night. Where did I get wiped out? I got wiped out right here, and then it just took off. Literally took off. Hit my stop loss, boom, and then I got my money back. And then after that, I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, we're done trading. But after that, took off. That was pretty nice. So get into it, y'all. Orange lines, all right? This is going to be our quarter levels, okay? Where gold likes to just really test these zones, okay? And I was watching it earlier today. Not as much as I wanted to, but now that I'm looking at it, we're going to go straight into TSQ because this is what I really want to focus on right here, this 30-minute, okay? I know Joe said he caught a trade. I don't know if he said why or how he caught it, but very easy right here. Market open today around 16. We're 16 right here. Opened above 4,300. Automatically, that should have already given you what trend we were up since last week. Since last week, we're already in the uptrend. Okay. Once it broke 4250, this area right here, we were already in uptrend. If you caught it down here, you're in amazing profit right now. Okay. And this shit's only going to continue to go up right now, just based off what's going on. I think we're going to war. Get ready, baby. But we're
No,
definitely.
so in the chat, CJ has said there was no confirmation. It was just because
Oh, okay.
CJ said so. I just threw a dart in the dark,
Nah,
and that
definitely.
motherfucker was stuck. You feel me? It hit. So like I made a
I
joke of
mean,
it, but there was no confirmations. I didn't look at it, but I mean, if you just look at price action and the way it formed the
yeah.
structure and shot up,
Exactly.
it was fire.
That's all you had to really look at. That's why I went to the 30-minute and just showed you right here. Even if you got like, uptrend was we were in the uptrend already since last week. And then going into right here, this is where you would have caught your trade using TSQ. Right there. 30-minute. Okay, well, how would you have gotten in? 15-minute chart? Check it. If this 15 minutes starts to break below, then no. Why would I go in? Because then if you look at key levels, if we're looking at key levels and we're looking what we call quarter levels, we call our golden zones. Like if you start to see this thing break below 4,300, then yeah, this is where you would want to see like gold start touching, like retesting is what I mean. Okay. Retesting these areas and then shooting back up. Or if it starts to break back, below these areas, these golden zones, then yeah, it's going to go back to this quarter level, especially if this 4 hour, because we're in uptrend, if this 4 hour reversed and stayed below 4,300, then yeah, we would want to watch. Okay, let's see what gold does because right now we don't know. And if it started to break below these golden zones, then yeah.
Yeah. And in those situations, that's where it gets tricky because it shouldn't become tricky. You just have to wait till it makes sense again. So it's like, yeah, if
Mhm.
you're in consolidation,
Right now,
it becomes tricky because you're trying to force the trend and make it look like something it isn't yet. And that's the thing with gold, you got to be patient. Because if not, then you're going to take too many stop losses or you're just going to start over trading trying to catch a move. You just got to be happy with where it's at. So that's the reason why I took TP quick at what I don't know where I took TP. I caught 80 pips, but um is because I seen it come to the 25 and look at the 25. It was previously a support, right? But it did really it was also rejection when it broke through on that major candle right there at that key level when it broke through to the left. When it broke through to the left, look at the biggest red candle right there. Yeah, then look at the green candle, then look at the red candle. It went all the way right there. Massive pips up and down, 250 plus, whatever, massive waves, and then just crashed down, right? So that's why I took TP quick because I'm not trying to wait at this moment at where current price is. I'm not trying to gamble and wait. So I secured profits, but the idea is because this isn't my sweet zone. The spot we're at right now is not where you want to actually like take trades. You can take the buy off of this level if it closes above retest, or even if you want to predict it and ride it with momentum into the breakout of structure, you can do that. But this isn't my favorite zone to be in. I would much rather like to have caught the buy off of that wick so that way I know it's a dramatic reaction, a dramatic turnaround that was a fake out. So that way I know, or on that next quarter level up and really swing those, or you could participate in daily trades with those, but you're quick. You get in and out, and that's your like golden those 500 pips from the top to where it just took off from where the TSQ is qualified. Those 500 pips is like where you want to get your day trading in, right? Like you want to be quick, you want to secure those profits. Where it's at right now, you just got to be careful because think about like I thought about it. I was like, should I go in for another entry? And the reason why I told myself no is because I've seen gold go all the way to the next quarter level down and then go up and just
Mhm.
wick anyone who got greedy right here out. It's like the moves already happening, and if you're not catching them at the best spots, then you need to be careful and really respect your stop loss because if it's not going your way, you just gotta wait till you get back in it because stop losses aren't gonna hurt you, but stack stop losses will. You feel me? So taking too many trades will hurt you, but right here, this is where I would be more on my hands. I'll be waiting and I really wanna like I'm not even worried about where it's at right now. I'm happy with the move that I caught. I'm I would be wary of a sell down like if it could happen, but also too I would wait for volume to have volume so that way you can see a clear break of structure to the bias you want and then go in for the trade. So that means waiting for whenever the most volume comes into the session, which is typically New York.
Yep. This was a buy right here, especially too when it crossed these EMAs.
Yeah, it's looking nice.
Would have definitely been nice. But I think gold, if it doesn't like to, break above over here in this area, golden zones that you could see come down would be right back here, retesting 43.10. Okay, that's if it doesn't. I mean, look, we're already getting long calls right now. So this thing wants to break, and it probably wants to go back up to 43.50, which I think was a great freaking quarter level right here. – Little golden zone. If it doesn't break this, and yeah. You know, if it starts to break this, it's probably going to do power moves like it did the other night where it just started taking off, doing all this. Maybe get what we got last time. It touched what, 42.7? Touched 42.07 and then it just took off. We can get 43.10 and we can get that takeoff. So let's
But
see.
as of right now, guys, the bias
Is
is buys.
yeah, is
And it's
definitely
been buys since last week, since we seen it at 4,200 and the week before that. I think I called a 2 weeks ago, I think
look
I
at
called
that.
a buy
Look at
and
that.
it went break even or stop loss. I'm not
This shit,
sure.
this shit's ready to break through, bro. If we get this an hour and 43 minutes, if we get 43.25 break and close above, let's wait for the 30-minute retest, the structure, let it form up, let it wick a little people out. Because I think it might even just come back right here on the 4 hour. This is what I'm thinking. 4 hour chart right there. Let's go back to the smaller time frames. That way y'all can see that. I'm gonna take all these out. Let me take this away so that way it's not.
And just for perspective as well, guys, um,
Let's get the
you
break and close.
know, it
Boom.
could be buys and it could drop how it did dramatically and it still buys, right? So the thing is you gotta think that's what the stop loss is for, and it's not meant for the markets aren't meant for everyone to go in there and make money. It's meant for the people who could be disciplined and could take the slightest edge and scrape it off and continue to show up and do that to really benefit from, because the idea is like, okay, it could drop 300 pips tonight just to fuck everyone over and then shoot up at the same current price. So with that in mind, don't over leverage or don't take too many counter trend trades. When you guys catch yourself taking counter trend trades, you're gonna run into a lot more stop losses. Can you pull out the reversal? Yes, with gold you can, blah blah blah. But then you're gonna just spend a lot of your time focused staring at the screen. So just wait on these good setups. If you guys didn't get in it at the bottom of the last quarter level, then this is where you wait on your hands. You would have wanted to catch it right where CJ called it when it rejected back to 4206. That's where I saw it. I got in, but like I don't know, whatever. I guess I must have been like 30 seconds too slow, and it went to like I don't know where my exact entry was, probably like '08.
Yeah, which is like right here, literally that.
Right at the breakout.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's the least right there where I got in, guys, is the last entry you want to be taking. Right at the breakout.
Right
Like
there.
if you don't catch it in that zone, then just wait. It's not worth it because I promise it'll go like it'll just you're not respecting certain things, and that's what you need to do is just respect it. If it's too far out of the zone, I mean, if you're trying to scout for 10, 20 pips, do what you want to do. But if it doesn't work, it's gonna take you down another road you're not trying to go down. And yeah, like if we would have seen it stay down there too, we would have been happy to call sales. Right now, though, the where the market's at, you got to be able to adapt. You know what I mean? Like it's not the prettiest trend right now. It's not the prettiest thing. It has a lot of fake out potential.
Throw that away. Boom. Y'all understanding that? Everybody got that? Jaime, Edgar, Ricardo. I want to make sure
Yeah.
you got that. Sam. I don't want y'all jumping into trades, because it can be exciting, especially when you make money, especially when you've made money too. So, because
And you
you,
guys will see it like for example, on whenever it went to the highest right there, when it went to the highest last week and it rejected off, um the second it closed below, it broke through and then it closed below on the 4 hour or whatever, 30 minute, whatever. I'm pretty sure it
yeah,
closed
you,
below on a few candles.
yeah, it closed below on the 4 hour right here.
Yeah.
So
As soon as it closed on the 4 hour, that's when you guys could start really looking for some rejection. Um,
right
but
here,
of course, when you look at the quarter level below, it closed below too. So sometimes you have to be careful. Like you have to go based off of what it's giving you. What session is it? What's going on? What's actually happening with the structure?
You're talking about how it closed under 43.50, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in times like this where you see certain rejection, or let's say whatever, you're on a higher time frame, you see the EMA I seen other people, other teams were calling out sales all last week, and right with that idea, if other people are calling out sales and they think a big sale is gonna come or a big drop, the second it starts closing below, when you go down, go over to the top for me, CJ, with like the 15-minute time frame, but go to that top.
Bet.
The second it starts closing below, now obviously you guys aren't following as much traders as I am that are trading gold. But when you see, I mean, if you want to follow more people and see whatever, just keep making relationships. I mean, I repost everyone, I share everyone. You know what I mean? So whatever. This is the 15-minute, but the second you see it close, now mark that right there where you're at, CJ. The second you see it close, even when it closed on that big ass 15-minute gap. The second you seen it close, look how much it dropped in the 15-minute candle right there. I'm not talking about like if you caught it from the top, whatever, you can do that, but you're probably over trading. I'm talking about the second that big ass 15-minute candle came and it went and it shot up to that quarter level and CJ's tan lines, the golden zone, right when it shot back up to there, you might be scared and think it's gonna go back up or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, when it does a crazy drop like that on a Friday or on a Thursday or whatever, whenever it happens, certain times, bro, that bitch is gonna keep dropping. A lot of the times you can catch momentum scalps like that where it just starts falling. Doom, 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 doom. But it's situational and you gotta know what you're participating in so that way you could know how to treat it.
I
A
would have
lot
been
of
more.
these a lot of these trades that you guys see we give or get into at different entries is because of different conditions. And with different conditions calls for different measures. That's why like in that mindset call I was going over it so that way you guys could start understanding how you scalp with a 30 pip stop loss and how it could actually benefit you guys.
Get that. That was fire. I hope everybody understood that. So, y'all see what happened. Exactly what Joe was talking about. So we're gonna go straight into it. Looks like he just, shut the show down. Y'all should definitely understand it after that. I think we're gonna be doing December 28th. We're gonna be doing in person. We still doing that, Joe?
Yeah?
All right. We'll get the flyer out for the actual address. We'll schedule
Do you
it.
guys have any questions? What's up with Ricardo?
Yeah, Ricardo, Sam, anybody?
Nah, I ain't got no question.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so the golden zones to enter are those basically those yellow ones? Them are the
Yep.
entry?
Yep. That's it.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
if we were going in for a long, that's what it would be technically. And
Okay,
then
so one thing real quick is to understand about entries. CJ has the golden zone and then he has a white line above it and a white line below it. Any one of those lines you could use to enter. The
yeah.
second you enter around that zone, you just have to accommodate your stop loss or you have to accommodate in your head that you're going to be losing twice as much because you took a higher position.
Okay,
You took a
okay.
higher entry. You get what I'm saying, Jaime?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that's why I'm saying if you get in late, it would be best in your best interest to keep a tighter stop loss, but if you kept the bigger stop loss, the one that might hurt you the most, it might never go to it and it might end up paying you out, right? That's what tends to happen. But if it goes in not in your favor, then you're going to be taking a twice as big stop loss where you could have just been patient or you could wait for the next setup to reduce your risk. Because when you're catching these moves out of momentum and they take off, they're paying out fat and they're catching pips, they're racking it up. That's not the problem. It's the not being able to be patient to wait for the next setup, wait for the next big drawback, the next big sell off. So one thing you know of Evan Cabral, we all learned from him in our last company. Like at least I did, and a lot of my friends did. Whatever. One of the big things is Evan Cabral hasn't took one sale this year. He's a multi-million dollar educator, hasn't took one sale this year, he's saying. He's
Mm.
only been in bias. So with that bias, if gold let gold drop down, let gold sell off. You know what I mean? So that way you could catch good buys. So if you see gold drop 100, 200 pips, but then it starts looking like the reversal could go back to positive to
Joe,
buy
Edgar
structure.
Edgar asked, are his golden zones quarter levels?
Or like, yeah, like why did you mark them golden zones? Because they're
No,
quarter levels,
his
or
his golden zones are just high key levels. They're just high key levels with multiple touches around the quarter level.
oh,
Your
okay,
quarter
okay,
level, but your quarter level can be a key level, vice versa. It's
all right.
just most golden zones are where he has his structure at aren't at all quarter levels. But the strongest or the way I built the strategy and like just the way I use it type shit is if you base it off of the quarter level, 9 times out of 10, if you're taking trades off of the quarter level theory, mindset, whatever, it's gonna take off and pay out where you could take a couple losses before it ever ends up negative. Like you shouldn't the only way to get negative on quarter losses entries is this my bad is if you are over trading. If you're taking too many fucking entries, that means you're not letting one trade right out for 100 pip stop loss. You might be taking three stop losses at 15 pips, 30 pips because you're over leveraging. You know what I mean? And that's not really good because you'll see it could fake out. And when it fakes out, and then it just reverses. But all his tan lines are his key levels. We just call them golden zones because when we were using one of our favorite AIs, Oris, it was that's what they used to call them.
Makes
It's
sense,
just a
Evan?
key level.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
All right, bet. All right, y'all. Anybody else got any questions? Y'all understand that? That was pretty good. We usually do calls like this pretty quick sometimes because
so right
sometimes
now, since the bias, I guess, would be buy, we're waiting for the 4 hour to close
above
uh, above where.
above 43.25. That's what we would like to
You
see.
guys see how it's above it right now?
Yeah,
But it's not really above it. It's
Yeah,
just barely above it. It's just
exactly.
itching above it. It's not really above it yet. So that might not be the time to buy it. If it closed like the other one did close last week, and look, that's why it was a fake out, so it gets tricky when you're trying to teach it. But if it no higher, look how high it closed above it. That's where you know what I mean. You want to see that candle that we're in right now come close that high above and then retest. And the thing is, once you guys start noticing, you'll see it close high above, and I'll do a better job at highlighting this for you guys. But you'll see it close high above and then drop, go into New York morning, drop for the buy. You'll see a big drop, and then that'll lead into the buy, and that'll happen around that New York session or just at times with high volume. So I'll do a better job at showcasing that for you guys because, or I mean, if you go look at that time, what time did that shit drop the other day at that red circle, CJ?
That was Friday at 8 a.m.
Exactly. 7:30 a.m. is New York session. Exactly what I said. So this shit fucking sold off. That's a 4 hour candle or 30-minute candle.
It's a
Sold off and set up for buys. So that's what I'm saying. You guys gotta have that mindset. Like gold, and that's what Evan Cabral talks about, right? He talks about um sometimes it takes a good sell to create a good buy. Well, not sometimes, oftentimes it takes a good sell to create a good buy. So you guys can't see it drop all those pips and automatically think, oh, it's downtrend. That's not what it's been showing us over the last week, 2 weeks. That's just a big sell off. That was just a good opportunity for buyers.
Mm-hmm. Because if you go in the higher time frames, look at that. Doesn't look like sales in the higher time frames. Looks like it just bought the fuck up. That's all it looks like.
Exactly.
Which is very close to where it last let off, which I think was right here. 43.75, bro. It's as closest to where it fucking almost left off, bro. If it breaks 30, well, when it does, we're going to, I wouldn't even consider sales. You're going to 45. And that's exactly what Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all these banks are
Bro, look at
predicting.
that fucking crazy daily candle.
Yeah, this one was fucking insane. I remember that.
Like you guys, we're not there yet. I'm not there yet.
I
I'm
think
not
that's where we got in
cashing
the
that whole
sell. We got in
daily.
the buys. Remember, we got in the buys in that. We
No,
got
I
like,
remember too. I remember too. I remember that morning one of our scanners called a sale on that shit and hit fat. But the whole point is, I'm not at that level yet where I'm catching. Fuck, bro, 1,000. That's crazy amount of pips in one trade, and where I'm thinking that I had that perspective to hold it. I'm not there yet because I'm gonna close that bitch at 250 pips
Yup. Secure.
and I might start thinking, oh, it's gonna buy back up. So that's why you gotta rely on your trading plan, and that's why, like what I did last week, or I made a video today on Instagram, just being funny, is trader trader risk manage. Like I'm talking like a fucking like teaching a monkey. Like trader no over trade. Trader hit take profit and walk away. Trader happy. Because if you have goals, one thing, hey guys, I went to a seminar this weekend and it was very fire, right? I got to meet a 26-year-old millionaire. He was really dope, blah, 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 whatever. 100K a month, 25K a week, and he's making 40K a month trading, balling. So cool. Little insight for you. But he, fuck, what did I say right now? Trading, fuck. I don't even remember what I was gonna try to tell you guys. My bad. I really can't think of it.
It's all good, but we see the trend right now. We see what's going on with gold. All right, guys. But definitely pay attention to the charts, to the markets if you want, if you like. Obviously, we're gonna be in the chats, especially if you're in the chats. Pay attention to the chats. I'm gonna be up for sure. I'm chilling for tomorrow. Shit. Hey, Joe and Wealthy, pull up to the gym. Let's get it. 8:30, 9:30, or
Hey,
9 a.m.
but my bad. Thank you, CJ. But am I bad about forgetting? I still don't remember it. But long story short, bro was cool. Whatever. The event was dope. I went and I learned something, and I was able to learn. So don't stop learning. Keep keep learning, keep applying yourself, keep trying to learn more, because if you don't keep learning, like if you're not growing, you're dying. But just respect the trading plan. The reason why I had brought bro up is because I was gonna relate it to something that was going on with this call, as far as either trading plan or just mindset insight. But at the end of the day, nothing's gonna beat just follow your trading plan. Don't over risk, because if you oh, my bad, I was saying I don't have that perspective as well on swinging big trades. Like that's exactly why I've. There we go. I remember now, bro. 26 years old, millionaire, 100K a month, whatever, blah blah blah. He gave a lesson. He gave a It's not a lesson. He gave a training on goals. Right. If you're not, if you guys could make $1,000 tomorrow in one trade. If you lose 500, you're going to be upset and lose the joy you had, and you're going to say I lost 500, and you're going to want your money back. CJ more than anyone knows that, cuz I've been with him personally, and everyone else probably it feels that way. I just haven't seen you do it in person yet. But bro, if you could make 1,000 in the morning and you lose 500 and you're not happy because you lost some money, then you don't have no real goals. With that being said, everyone, if you guys have a goal to make $50 a day, hit your $50 and walk away, because you have to tell yourself what is 50 times 20, and then what is my real goal for the month. Once you start hitting goals, you're able to walk away from your trading session. If you don't have a real goal in mind, if you're gonna, you know what I mean, if you're gonna make blah blah blah, if you hit 200 pips and you go back to the chart to take another trade, what was your goal? So that's what I want to share with you guys, because I thought of that heavy when I was at that seminar. Like, damn, a lot of times I move my goalpost. Fucking hit my goal and I'll fucking get back in, and then I'm fucking back at square one because I told myself it was profit anyways. Like, what am I doing? What does that mean? That means I don't have a real goal that I'm trying to hit, because I'm allowing it to just the goalpost to move every trading session. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, that's one of the problems where I see where it's like where I could lose a little bit of focus, especially when I'm playing with profits. That's my experience. That's for me. That's what I learned from that seminar, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, because if you have a goal, make 20, $50, $100 a day, practice hitting your goal and determine what is the end goal. You know what I mean? What's your monthly goal? I want to make 500. So that's what I did for myself. This month, I plan on making 500 to 1,000. So that's why I hit TP and I walked away today. And I'm waiting for the next session. But that's all I gotta say.
Let's fucking get it, baby. Let's get it. You already know it's the Splash Bros, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm gonna end it right here.
Imagine being
It's
able to
Tom.
build an app with your name on it.
Everybody has a great
Just
night.
thinking about it. Meet Base
You know, we
44.
woke up today, so we're blessed. Let's get it.
All right, CJ, be safe. Love you, brother.
Yeah, much love. Yeah, much love. Love you, Joe. Stay blessed. Everybody, much love. Stay blessed tonight.
Hey, look. I gotta thank God, without bro, I wouldn't be. I started with a half, now I keep a couple pieces. Proper preparation prevents performance. Money don't go on trees, but trust I keep a forest. And I grew up the poorest dogs, so what's your excuse? I flip bags out the shoe.